YouTubey shit.
What's up, YouTube? And we back today with
Aidan Barbaro.
hold on, we can't hear you.
My name's Aidan Barbaro.
Okay,
I'm an 18-year-old skinny white boy who got myself on the streets of Orlando for 3 days, and I do not belong here.
so how did that end up happening?
So basically, I was going to a resort in Kissimmee with my friend, and when I left, I ended up missing a Flixbus, just like one of those buses over there. And basically, what happened is I missed a Flixbus, and I'm walking to a Salvation Army, and then no one really warned me about the streets of Orlando. So this schizophrenic homeless man, he comes up to me, and then he says, "Hey buddy, you all right?" And I was in a, I could barely walk because of how much walking and falling on my bike I did. So I was honest with him, and I said, yeah, I kind of need help. And I took help from the wrong guy, because he ended up pretty much asking me if I want to get a motel room, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And basically he gets a motel room with his fake ID that says Roderick Scott. And he told people his name was Bryant. Neither of those are his real names. He's not no Bryant or Roderick Scott. He's just some random homeless schizophrenic guy. And this guy, we're just chilling in the motel. We're watching some SpongeBob, and then I end up falling asleep, unfortunately. But good thing I fell asleep on my MacBook right here, because this is the only way I've been able to communicate with people. And like, my AirPods are like, I lost one of the things to it, but it has my name engraved, because I don't really have much else other than that to identify myself, other than a hospital bracelet, but that comes a little bit later. But basically, I fall asleep, and then I wake up with no phone and no shoes, and these are the shoes I'm wearing. I'm wearing size 14 shoes, and I'm a size 10, like my toes are right here, and these are hospital socks. But basically,
Whose shoes are those? Hold on.
These are the homeless man shoes who stole my shoes.
Wow.
So he stole my shoes, and he stole my phone, but he left all my other stuff, thankfully. But after that, I get out, and then how I got woken up, because I had a phone alarm, but my phone was not with me. So basically, the owner of the motel, not very friendly Indian man, comes knocking on the door. And then he pretty much says, "Hey man, it's past checkout time, and you got to leave." And then I'm like, "Sorry, mister, I'm gathering up my stuff, but I don't really have a phone or my shoes, and I have these homeless man shoes who these don't really fit me, brother." And then I ended up going into like the main office of the motel, and I was told I was only allowed to wait up to 10 minutes for the cops to arrive. And then I waited there outside for about 2 minutes with like a cup of water, a styrofoam cup that I kept just going inside to refill, and he kept looking more and more pissed every time I refilled it. But there was nothing else I could really do besides sit there and wait. And then I ended up leaving, and then I ended up going to a 7-Eleven, and at the 7-Eleven is where I met. Where's our friend Mackenzie at? Where'd he go?
He's over there.
Oh, well, he's somewhere. We're currently hanging out with the man who probably saved my life.
Can I ask what's your life about?
What was that?
Can I ask what's your life about?
We're doing an interview right now, because I pretty much...
Okay, all right, we're back. We had to take a break, my bad.
Yeah, we had to take a break because someone came up to us who actually has a very similar story to me, who I think I may help, because the man Mackenzie who's now talking to this woman who came up to me, he's the one who really helped me a lot, and I'm thinking about maybe I'll help this woman too, the way that Mackenzie helped me, and pay it forward. But basically, this man Mackenzie that I met at 7-Eleven, we were just walking around all day, just trying to help ourselves out a little bit, just.
Hold on, the bus.
We just stopped and got drinks, and we got ourselves food, because a very nice man at a KFC got us food. But long story short, neither of us had a way to contact my father, who'd be able to help get me out of that situation. So basically, we were just walking around looking for someone who let us use a phone. But in Orlando, in the part that we were in, nobody would let us use a phone. Like nobody would even make a phone call for us, because they didn't know who would be calling. Maybe we're calling a drug dealer or something. Who knows? So basically, my only option was just to stay with Mackenzie until we could find a phone, and we eventually did. And then, basically, basically, me and Mackenzie were walking around looking for a phone, and once we found one, I made a phone call to my father, who said that there was like a whole manhunt in Orlando looking for me, but it was really just one guy from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. But you know, I eventually got with him. It was like 2 a.m. and I was like, you know, it was like 11 a.m. the day before all this happened, like when the man stole my phone and my shoes. But basically, I end up with the guy from the sheriff's office, and he transported me after, you know, an hour of talking and sitting there. He transported me to the MCO International Airport, the Orlando International Airport. So I was there, and you know, all the cops there were treating me like I was like on drugs and homeless or something. But basically, you know, there was nothing I could do besides sleep in the airport for a bit, and I was off my meds for about 3 days. So then I had to take an ambulance to a hospital because I really needed my medication. And you know, I get there and they fix me up nice. And then out of the hospital, I take a bus to the bus station, and then that's where I again found Mackenzie. And then we took a bus to the mall, and now we're just waiting for my bus to get the hell out of here. About a week early before I was supposed to leave Florida. But my lesson for anybody is just absolutely do not let yourself get in a predicament that you're not prepared to be in, because I only packed for 1 day of going to Orlando, and I thought it was going to be some, you know, all fun Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, but that was anything but that. And there was multiple times that, you know, I could have died because, like, you know, I got like homeless people asking me if I had like cracks and pipes and whatnot, and like, you know, the spot that I was in, I just really needed help, and not many people here are willing to help. And I would imagine there's a lot of cities that are like that. There's a lot of places that you just absolutely cannot get the help when you need it. And I feel like if you get yourself in a situation where you're alone in a big city, then you need to find a way to prepare yourself. But if you're not, then you need to be able to communicate with somebody who can help you. Because I was in a spot that absolutely nobody could help me besides that schizophrenic homeless man who I knew I had to choose between getting half my stuff stolen or all of it on a sidewalk. And that's not a situation that anybody should be in, especially those with a home and a loving family. And I really hope that anybody watching this can use this as a lesson to not be stupid like I was, because I'm only freshly 18 out of high school, and I easily could have just died doing what I did, because I didn't really have much on me but a laptop that I'm lucky I still have. And you know, that was definitely an experience that I'm going to look back on my whole life, and I learned a lot of lessons from it, but I'd really love for other people to learn the lessons that I did without having to go through it.
Yeah. Okay, so where have you been sleeping at?
You know, the other day I was sleeping at an airport, you know, for the whole day.
Okay.
And before that I was that was when I was in the motel, and the day before that I was on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and then like what had brought you here to Florida? Because it sounds like we never covered that.
Yeah, I was just visiting family friends down here. Like I was staying with them in Sarasota, and then I made it to Orlando for a resort. But you know, I still have the house key to that family friend's house, but I had no way to get to Sarasota because missing a bus they're missing a bus to get from Orlando to Sarasota is what really screwed me over.
Okay, another thing too. I noticed you don't have any bags. Like, how'd you pack?
Say, you notice I don't have any bags?
Yeah,
I got 3 of them right here.
Yeah, but they all look kind of empty.
I mean, yeah, I mostly just got like my laptop and stupid stuff on me because all my stuff is in Sarasota.
Okay.
So I was just in Orlando with pretty much nothing.
And then, where are you from?
I'm from Derry, New Hampshire, and I'm near the Boston area.
Okay, alright, shout out Derry. Yeah, I think your story was very educational, and then like as far as like you like okay sorry alright, so like okay, like how I see it is like you survived the streets of Orlando as a total stranger. How do you feel that you're okay, like what would you take out of it, like as far as like do you feel like this was you like walking by your emotions, or was you like how do you like how would you describe this event other than stupid? Like, what would you really take from this?
Like, what I'm really taking from it is that, like, you just can't trust people the way you think you can, because, like, the only reason that I got into that predicament was trusting that man with, you know, I left my phone a little bit too open in that motel room. Like, I just shouldn't have, like, I should have really prepared more. I should have thought to myself, what happens if something bad happens? Like, I just wasn't thinking ahead.
Alright, so how about a job? Do you have a job?
Yeah, I work at a Subway and a Walmart in Derry, New Hampshire. If you ever come by, I'll make you a sub.
Yeah, that's cool, bro. Alright, well, y'all heard it here first. Alright.